Do you want to? Well, actually, let's talk about the app that we're creating.
Or we'll start with the website, I guess.
So yeah, let me start with the website, and here's a quick update of the website. So we created this kind of like a landing page for games that we're creating for the Game Jam, and so part of the submission would be the ability to deploy these games on any piece of land that any owner owns.
Yeah.
And so the main idea here is to allow other owners to make passive income. And so through this website, you'll be able to sign up, and both landowners, creators, and players can sign up to this website. Landowners can deploy anything that they find on the app. Creators can deploy anything within the app so other landowners can deploy. And then players can find games to play, places to visit,
and track their stats.
Track their stats. Say, for example, they're playing the block runner game, and they become like the all-time leader. They can, within the app, just look at their standing within the leaderboards. If they go down one, they can receive a notification or whatever. Jump into the game and try to get back up.
So is this the platform is eventually going to be exclusive only to content that generates revenue? Or can there be like static stuff,
There can be static stuff.
Yeah.
So we want to create kind of like a place where everyone can concentrate on either deploying new creations, selling their creations, and then playing those creations.
Yeah.
So it makes it easier for everybody.
Yeah, the easiest way to think about it is there's a big need inside of Decentraland for a platform where owners can see some stuff that they can deploy on their land, and have it easily capable of doing that for them. So yeah, we're filling that gap where it's basically an app store for landowners, and they can pick and choose whatever they want and place it on their property.
Mm-hmm. So then we can log in and see the app. So we currently have 2 properties of ourselves, and we have a 2x2 and a 1x1, and we have the locations listed here. And if I click on the 2x2, which is probably the more famous piece of land that we have 2 deployments. One's the well-known block runner game, and the other one's a mystery egg.
Yeah, the name of this website is going to be metazone.io.
Yep.
So basically, if you hover over you'll see that there's metas and zones. So metas are the creations that creators make for Decentraland that they can post up on this website, and then the zones are the owners. They can add their property to the list and host some of our metas that have been uploaded into our platform.
Yeah, and so landowners will be able to click on apps that they want to deploy. For example, a landowner can click on the block runner, and let's say they have a piece of land that is empty right now. They can click on it and purchase this game, deploy it on their land, and start making passive income, encouraging others to play on their land.
Where is the price displayed? Because these metas have to have a price, right?
Yeah, so it's right there.
Actually, this is showing the price to play.
Yeah, and then you click on it, you can see cost to host. So for our first game, it's going to be 3,000 mana.
Oh, there it is. Cost to host, right underneath cost to play. 3,000 mana.
Yep.
So how do they get let's imagine in the future when there's like tons of content on here, how's it going to be sorted based on popularity, or I guess you could probably add in some kind of like sorting feature. Yeah, like a filter, right? It could be like most expensive to cheapest, something like that, depending on how you want to view them.
Yeah, if you're a landowner, then yeah, we can have those filters added on there.
Makes sense,
it's
right?
like basically an app store. So think of the land being the restriction of games that you can deploy. Let's say you have a 1x1. Well, you're only limited to select 1x1 creations.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Click on one of the properties, the zones.
So, for example, if we're since we have a 1x1, we click on that, and then we're only
And it has some stats right here.
yeah. So meta's hosted. We have 1 meta, land parcels 1, height limit is 20 meters, and the building limit is 3 floors. So each floor is 10 meters.
Yep, 10 meters tall for each floor.
And so basically, you can deploy up to 2 games here because the 3rd floor you can't really get above it, right?
Yeah, and it has to be like the right games. So we were with the current games that we have, we can't fit anything else on this 1x1. But
Yeah.
if we build the 3rd floor, then we have a little bit more room to, because we only have 2 floors on the current 1x1.
Oh, so you can build on top of the 3rd floor.
You can't because our 3rd floor is going to be right at the 20-meter spot. So you
I
can
see.
have a 3rd floor just to have it, just to go up there and hang out.
But you can't build anything up there.
Yeah, no. But we could lower, the scoreboard that you see there in the picture and, make room for a little bit of space up there. But,
It's not necessary.
Yeah, the 1x1. One good game, you could make some good passive income.
But like you said, because they have the jump height, right? Couldn't you theoretically have like 5 or 6 floors within a 20-meter limit or something like that?
Yeah, so the jump height is, I think, 1.8 meters.
Yeah.
And so maybe every 4 meters we can put
Another
level,
floor.
Another floor, yeah.
Yeah.
But keep in mind that they mentioned that the SDK is going to have the capability of, changing the gravity so you can jump higher or lower.
Mm-hmm.
So we're probably going to, jack that thing up to
Yeah.
to the not to
Yeah,
the
because
max,
I think
but,
a higher jumping height is a lot more interesting for
More
the player.
enjoyable.
More enjoyable.
For that specific game, for sure.
Yeah.
100%. I don't know why. I guess because it takes you longer to land, so the walls coming at you quicker, right? So you don't have as much time to react.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes it a little more difficult.
yeah,
No, I
think so.
totally agree. I think, yeah, because, I mean, right now the jump height is so low, it looks like you're jumping over those little parking curbs,
Yeah.
and it's like, it's not interesting.
Yeah, we're talking about that last week, too. Like, it has to be custom, man. Because you don't know what type of game experience people are going to come up with.
Yeah.
But, yeah, physics of a game is like, it's everything.
It's the most important thing.
Yeah.
So
So I'm pretty, yeah, they already said so, right, Oscar? For sure, it's going to be custom.
Yeah, the downside is they mentioned it's going to be like later.
After the game jam, like,
yeah, after
it's
the
not,
game jam.
it's not their primary concern.
Yeah, they have
Yeah.
other concerns at the moment
Yeah.
to get situated.
So the other thing we wanted to show you is, I think this is the 2x2. We can go to edit mode.
Look at the different properties for that one before, just you can compare for the one by one.
Yeah, so metas hosted is 2 because we have 2 sort of games or metas. Land parcel is a 2x2, which is 4 lands. Height limit is 46 meters. And then the building limit is 5 floors. So
Yeah, and we potentially will have buildings as metas as well, so
Yeah.
you can have different options for placing stuff. So that'll be fun.
So you're saying you have 5 empty floors, and
yeah,
then
with our current build, we have we'll probably add it to this list, a building meta that is exactly 5 floors.
so the owner can style those 5 floors with different metas that they have
Yep,
available within the app.
Yep, exactly. So we have 2 metas on this one, so you can show the editor, or you can even do a before and after with the editor. That's not our music.
Definitely
No.
not.
That's the next door guy.
I guess his stuff loaded faster than ours.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much going on, right?
Yeah, true. It's just it's the default 3D models.
I don't know. I don't know if that's a custom. What do you think, Will? Does that look custom to you?
No, those are the tiles. Maybe not that car. I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
If you can call it that.
It's like a little bus.
Oh, but the recent SDK update, it includes sticky floors. So that means you can stand on something and it'll take you
Yeah.
to wherever you want it to take you.
Sticky
So that means you can make vehicles.
vehicles.
Yeah. So you could have like a go-kart system
Oh, shit.
somehow.
Like a bumper car?
You could.
Okay, so the one thing that we want to show them was modifying the levels, right?
You can do it with the egg.
Yeah, let's show the egg. I don't think we showed the egg last week, right? It didn't exist.
No,
This mysterious egg.
no, the egg is a new creation.
Yeah, it's a recent.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, where did that come from,
It's ominous.
guys? We didn't do that, did we?
It's just it appeared there.
Somebody uploaded this meta.
Yeah, somebody hacked into our shit and just threw an
just-
egg on there with
and
a
then
timer.
Put a countdown timer to
We
4,000
deployed it
hours.
just to see what it was.
Exactly.
4,000.
don't
Nothing
know.
to see here, folks.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. But here's what we wanted to show you.
Yeah.
So we can
Oh, we're gonna expose ourselves already.
we can so we want to let's edit the egg.
See, this is so crazy to me, man. Like that little chunk of that
Mhm.
code, all that represents everything, right? For that egg.
Yeah.
That's so fucking ridiculous to me, man. Because I'm not a coder.
Yeah.
Every time I see something like that, dude, that looks like just straight gibberish.
Yeah, and you can go to the other one, the block runner game. So
That one's even more ridiculous.
and you can press that button at the top left to go back. It's kind of like a back button.
The block runner logo here?
No, right next to it.
Oh, zones.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you want to go further back.
That's the whole thing, or can you scroll down? I think there's. Oh yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
So okay, explain to me since you're the programmer guy.
That-
That's literally all you need to create what's going on in the block runner game.
Position the games or position the metas, not necessarily games, because we don't want to call them games because not every creation is going to be a game, right? Some creation is going to be apartments, houses, statues, whatever it is, and those creators can deploy those creations on this meta zone application.
Okay.
And then any landowner who has access to this application can deploy those creations on their land.
yeah.
For a price. Maybe it's free, maybe whatever it is. Depends on what the creator
okay,
says.
but so all this stuff right here in this little box, this is just to determine the orientation and position, and that's not the code for the actual game itself.
Correct.
No, that's not.
That is not.
Okay.
That is not the code.
That's
Yeah,
why
that's-
I was like, what?
That's
Yeah.
the piece of code that you can modify on the web, on this application, this platform, and that sends it to your property.
Yeah. Makes
So
sense.
for example, we have the game positioned at the X position of 16 meters and the Z position at 16 meters, but then the height position at 0 meters. So this tells me that it's on the first floor.
yeah.
But if we wanted to, we can put it on the 5th floor,
Yeah.
which is at 40 meters.
yeah.
Yeah, and
And
you can use the buttons up top to like adjust you press up, and it will push it back
Oh, I see. So we can.
5.
Oh, I see.
Oh, gee, that's
We
so
put
cool.
it up against the wall in the center, but that's just you're just translating it, right? You're not moving it up and down.
No, that one's not.
It's not Z.
Height.
It's not height.
We probably won't add. We'll need to figure out how we will, because we're like, that's a lot of coding time to do like a 3D
Yeah.
like editor. So
Well, what
we're-
you can
we're-
do is
for now we're using a 2D editor.
level 1. You have buttons here. Level 1, 2,
Like-
3, 4,
Yeah,
and then once you click 4, then I can translate it.
yeah, that's a good way to do it. We'll have like tabs or that you can jump, and then the drop down, you can move any of the other items,
Oh, okay.
the leaderboards and those little ads that we have.
Okay. That makes sense.
So somebody who creates their own meta,
Can use this in our API, and then once they upload it, then owners can adjust it just like we're doing here.
okay.
Yeah, because maybe somebody deploys a block runner on their 2x2. They're going to want it against the corner.
Let's say the board game.
Yeah.
The board game guys submit their board game to this marketplace. What would that map look like? You know what I mean? This part.
Something cool that's kind of related to that same thing is the bounds. So right now you can change the bounds width of the meta.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then you mentioned like maybe
A 2x3.
maybe you want to extend it sideways
Yeah.
for our monthly jams.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
monthly tournament. So you can, if you go to bounds on this list thingy,
Right here?
yeah, and then go to width and then just change it to like 32 or some other bigger
Oh.
number, 20.
Oh, I see. So, okay, so let's do this. let's put it in the center,
Yeah.
and let's put it on the 5th floor, and then let's change the width to 32.
And then remember the ramp is on there. So
that's right.
Something.
Let's do.
And the ramp is
31.
2 meters wide.
Let's do 30.
Yeah.
And then scoot it over all the way to the edge. This.
To the right.
Right. Yeah.
There you go. Okay.
And then
save it.
Save it. And then all I have to do is refresh. Now, can I click on the leaderboard to refresh or no?
No, not yet.
Not yet? Okay.
We will eventually have a QR code that a landowner can scan, so they can log in and modify it, and that'll turn it into like auto update mode. So then you won't have to do this refresh process.
Okay. So now let's refresh.
Moment of truth.
And so what we expect to see is the block runner game on the 5th floor at 30 meters wide, so an extra wide game. And
that adjusts everything. The incoming blocks all widen too, everything.
yeah, supposedly.
I guess we're about to find out.
We're
right?
gonna find out.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah, and keep in mind we're refreshing right now, but in the near future it's going to be like auto update.
Automatic,
So it'll
yeah.
be just instantly bloop. Oh, it's at the top now.
So what's the difference between what we're doing refreshing versus an auto update? Like what
It's
do you?
just more code that I need to add into our scene.
Okay.
Scene code, so it has that capability.
So that means that if I'm this owner who
Mhm.
deployed this little car, within the app I can translate it and you'll see it live.
Yeah, the idea is that you can go back to the application, the editor, and then can you inspect, like right click, inspect, and then this is a Chrome, right?
Yeah, Brave.
Oh, well, I think, yeah, one of those top 2 icons, I think it's the second icon. Yeah, that one. Well, you can switch it to like phone mode. So this is what people will see on their phone. So an owner will see the editor just like this, and they just, click up, down, right, whatever positioning. And
Oh, yeah.
this is what that, so they can just do it, and then it'll automatically update as
So
they're doing
yeah,
it.
so think about this. You'll be able to be in the game on your laptop or computer, and then with your phone, you can do the translations and move the game wherever you want on your phone, and you can see it happening within the game.
Yeah.
I mean, that's freaking awesome.
So the whole idea behind everything right now is just so that you don't have to be involved
Mhm.
ever.
Yep, exactly.
Pretty much. This is like completely self-running, whatever the fuck. You might make updates here and there, right? Just to,
Yeah.
like pretty things up and stuff.
Yeah, add some features here and there.
Yeah, but as far as like the content uploading and distributing, it's all self-done. And then like management of the property, you want the host to have all the tools to do it themselves.
Yep,
Yeah,
exactly.
much.
Yeah, because
That's
what
so
you don't
crazy.
want to do is create this app, this
Yeah.
ecosystem where people download and deploy, and then they ask you, "Hey, can you rotate my game, 90 degrees?"
Yeah.
Just because.
Imagine like the customer service nightmare that would.
Yeah,
know,
exactly.
You need like a fucking 24/7 team on standby, ready to go
Yeah.
in case somebody wants to make an adjustment. That's pretty good. That's crazy. Oh, it's gone.
It's
Yep.
gone.
No longer on the first floor.
Damn.
What did we do?
And we can...
It did take a little long to load. It's not because of the move to change, right? It's just
It could
essentially.
be. I think it could be my laptop, just
Yeah,
because I'm
that's
running
right.
so many things right now.
Yeah.
It doesn't normally run this slow when I'm playing by myself.
Yeah.
But oh shit!
Oh, there's a
what the-
wall. I think.
We gotta.
Can you go through it?
I don't think so.
What floor is this?
Yeah, what floor is that?
That's the 3rd floor.
Yeah, and I just realized if you extend it all the way, like you did, then you're not going to be able to get in front of it.
What do you mean?
Well, I did.
Oh.
I did 30 meters.
Yeah, but like the ramp is... Oh, wait. Top floor. Yeah, I guess there could
I just
be
jumped by.
Dude, nice hacks, bro.
some lag jumping.
Like fucking Matrix, that corner.
Dude, I'm the best.
Oh, I know what happened. Yeah, because we need to fix that wall. There's a wall that's a square, but it should be not a square.
This
So
is trippy.
Dude, it's like massive now. The
So
game
because-
is like way bigger.
because you stretched it out the width,
Yeah.
so it made this square extend even further down.
Hold on.
Oh, I see. It's scaled.
Yeah,
basically.
it scaled that wall too, the logo. But yeah, this is what I mean. You're not gonna be able to get to the front of it because you used up all the space. But yeah, this is the stuff that a landowner is gonna experience. But the cool thing
yeah.
is he's got an editor right there in his pocket.
So yeah, once this is automatic, I mean, you'll be able to do this.
Yeah,
You'll be able to see it live.
you'll
It's like,
be-
hey, that doesn't look right. I can go in here and change the width to 28.
Mhm.
28. And save. And so eventually this will be you'll be able to see this automatically, but we have to refresh for now.
Yeah.
Well, what did you just do? You just made it slightly smaller.
Yeah.
That's not really going to change anything, is it? Like
It
it's
should.
Well, he should be able to walk around it now.
Oh, okay.
Instead of hacking my way through it.
Yeah.
But the thing that's sticking through like 3 floors, how do you fix that?
Yeah, that's an image. That's a square, but because our game area is like 16 by 10, so it's actually a rectangle, so it sticks down. That image like hangs below the game. Well, on the first floor you don't notice it, but whenever it's on the second floor you do notice it. So we'll have to.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
But
Yeah.
that's something that you have to change. That's just
Yeah.
it hasn't been optimized basically.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah, we haven't optimized it for multi floor.
Yeah.
So what I can tell is DCL has definitely improved the loading times and everything. So everything loads pretty fast. Now it's not loading fast right now, but in general.
Yeah, even their latest SDK update, it's definitely a lot faster. We can even demonstrate deploying another egg onto the property.
Hold on, I just noticed something. The heads up display that just popped up only popped up because you got closer to it, I guess. That's on the top floor. Before, it used to just always be there, right? Because
Well,
it was on the first floor. The
No,
game.
it just loaded slowly too.
Oh, that's what it was?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, but eventually we will, since we have different games, like our
Like
game.
each floor has to have its own heads up
Yeah.
display pretty much.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So now we can walk in front of it. And this is live for anybody to, like, if we were
Yeah.
YouTube streaming live, then that people could join us.
Yeah, all the beta testers,
I
they
guess I
can
can-
test this.
I guess I can jump in. I don't know why I didn't think about that. I'll just go to the
This is
platform and click
trippy.
visit land,
Hold on, let me
and I'll join you up there. So now it's a super wide game.
Is it easier or harder when it's this wide?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I think
I think it's easier, right?
I don't know if it's easier, dude.
We're
I think-
definitely going to change up the game mechanics during the game jam that has just started, at least in Central Time.
I don't know if it's easier. I think it right now is so laggy that it's becoming a problem. Which again, it's probably my 6-year-old laptop,
Yeah.
which did not feel slow until playing Decentraland at all. So
Yeah.
But you can tell that the jump height is not as gamey as it used to be, and it messes with like the entertainment value.
Dude, it looks like there's tons of clipping going on.
There is.
This is because it wasn't like that. Let me see. Like, just stand in front of it, in front of the wall. Yeah.
Oh shit! I'm not even jumping, and it's counting, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, it is? Yeah. No, we'll fix all those things.
That has to do with you widening it, right? Because when it was on
No, I
floor
think
one.
I think it's the floor thing.
Yeah.
Actually, it is the floor thing.
Oh yeah, because it's counting as if I'm jumping,
Yeah.
and really I'm clipping, but it thinks I'm jumping.
Yeah, because you're up in the air.
Yeah.
Wow. Interesting. I didn't even think about all that. You good thing we're testing all this. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's why like game testing is an actual job
job?
title.
Yeah.
It is.
I'm here.
There you are.
Holy shit. Look at him.
This is way faster on my computer. Just because I use a smaller window, so it allows it to be a little bit
True,
better.
I'm playing on a 4K screen.
It's a lot of processing power.
Dude, it looks so much better when it's like running smooth. It's crazy.
Yeah, and we have an audience of all the greats watching us play.
Holy shit.
So when are you going to synchronize all the walls?
It depends on how many games we want to get out.
What do you mean by synchronize all the walls?
So right now he's jumping based on walls that he sees, not the walls that I see.
True.
Yeah, so we want to use the server to have everybody see the same walls.
So I don't think it's important to have syncing, not yet. Maybe
Yeah.
for like the tournament, the tournament that's going to happen at the end of every month.
Yeah, that
'cause
makes sense.
You
we
want it
can
to
sync it.
You want it to be like a dropout
spectators.
style, right? Like
Yeah,
you know, you start with 10, and over time people are just dropping out.
that's right.
Yeah.
That's true. We could increase the difficulty in that one, meaning like gradually.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to be there for like an hour watching these 10 guys go at it.
Yeah, maybe like every 10 minutes you increase the speed by 0.1.
Yeah. Yeah, that's possible.
The speed?
Yeah, the speed of all of them by 0.1.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
And
could
And
just-
all of a sudden, the game's playing at twice the speed.
You
Well,
gotta
I
have
don't know if
some
we'll
quick
do that
fingers, man.
because then you'll clip through stuff, but we can spawn the walls,
Yeah.
obstacles.
Twice as many?
Yeah, or I mean, in a the delay will be less and less
Oh, okay.
between spawn time.
So, let's see what else. So we showed that the app can make the game bigger, translate the game on height direction, and move the game around laterally in the X and Y direction or X and Z direction.
So now we can deploy a second egg, and then they can see how easy it is to just add a new meta to their property.
Okay.
Yeah, especially iMan, you haven't seen it yet.
Seen what?
This process.
How easy it is to deploy a
No.
new meta to your land.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Could somebody like literally just put like a floating egg like in the middle of their property with no floors existent? It's just floating there in the middle of the air.
Yeah, we can do that right now.
All you have to do is adjust that little height thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So now let's go to zone. Let's go to 2x2, and then let's go to buy more, and then we can choose any of these games here. So right now we're going to choose the mystery egg. We're going to buy now, and then now we have 3 games deployed on our tower. So then on our second egg, we can go in and modify. We're going to put this on.
Yeah, let's leave it suspended. Like, put 5. That should be like halfway in between 2 floors, right?
Well, yeah. So
Yeah, put 25.
Okay.
So it can be
25.
on the 3rd floor,
Something like that.
but in the air.
25. All right.
Yeah.
We hit save.
Cool.
And it's going to be in the center.
Let's say somebody submitted like a cloud that like
Yeah.
rains money or something, rains bitcoins on people.
Yeah.
You want it to like just float in the air, right?
Catch as many bitcoins.
There you go.
That'd be
yeah.
a cool game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still see you. Where you're
It'd be cool
goal
to.
position.
Man, I can't wait to see this like happen live. Like as soon as you hit save, all of a sudden there's a freaking egg spawn right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll make that a part of our next episode.
I just can't wait till people start submitting stuff,
Yeah.
like content.
So how do you expect to see other people's content? Do you think they're going to be posting links
Yeah,
in the Discord or?
just like the submission process for Decentraland. So everybody that's submitting to the Game Jam, like keep us in mind whenever you're trying to figure out how to make money from your property.
That's
Yeah.
exactly what I was about to say. Like, dude, do we have to have our own game jams now in order to like get people to start creating?
Well, no, there is no other platform, so it's like they either shill it out themselves, they can sell it themselves manually,
Yeah,
Or they can just have, put it on the App Store.
exactly. Like I was looking in the Discord. There's a guy named Planet VR. I think he creates like houses, like ultra realistic looking houses for single parcels.
So why is this on the first floor?
Oh, because you moved the original egg, not this brand new egg.
Oh, I thought I. Let's go back.
How'd you move?
Yeah, right now it doesn't distinguish between the two. We'll have to figure out how we want. Maybe you can label them something, perhaps.
See, I thought this one was the newer one.
Which one did you click? The top one or the bottom one?
I clicked on the bottom one.
No, that's the original one. Right.
Okay, so but why?
So that's the original one.
But it still says 25 though.
Because you modified the original, meaning the original egg is now on the, instead of being on the second floor, it's on the third floor. Yeah, just go to the third floor.
Oh, I see. I see.
I can refresh.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, because the new egg spawns in 8x8, right in the center of a 1x1.
Right in the center of a 1x1. Okay, gotcha. I gotcha. So this quarter here, this one single parcel here, this egg is in the center of that single parcel.
Yeah.
And so when I modified that egg, I thought I was modifying the new egg, but I was actually modifying the egg on the second floor.
Okay, so let's go see what you actually did.
Yeah.
Third floor, right?
Yep, third floor.
Or yeah, it should be suspended on the third floor.
Yeah.
Yep. There it is.
Oh yeah.
Dang.
Keep in mind, we'll fix this wall, so no worries, people.
Wow. So yeah,
Now
there's tons of
super
possibility
ominous.
here.
Yeah.
There's a lot of possibility here, like what you can do, like customizable wise. You know?
Yeah, and that's sort of the point.
And that's why, like the first question I asked you, like this isn't just for like content that generates revenue, because like now you could, you could put like fucking disco balls just floating around if you wanted to, like anything.
Yeah.
Just to make you guys could be hosting the same game, but you could put in like static things all around it just to make it uniquely your own. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's whatever creators want to sell to landowners. Like that's what they'll have on that list.
So Oscar, go through the process of deploying the same thing without this app. Like if a landowner wanted to deploy the block runner, how would you do it without an app?
Without an app, so it depends. Like, if we would have to give you so you'd have to go to our source code repository if we offered it publicly, and you'd have to download that piece of code, and then you'd have to go to your code editor and drag all the files into the right location, and then you'd have to go into the code itself and modify, the text code, and
Hey man, you think you can do all that?
And spawn, like, add the scene.
First of all, I'd have to Google what code editor meant. Like, basically, yeah, I could probably do it, but it'll take me like an eternity to figure out. Like, I'd have to look up every YouTube tutorial possible.
From a fresh start, it would probably take, I don't know. With good tutorials, I guess maybe like 3 hours, 4 hours to get everything right.
You're giving me too much credit, dude.
Yeah. But if you're not shy with computers, I guess.
It's not the hardest thing to do in the world, but we can't expect people to
do this. That's for every adjustment. So.
Well, where would that public source code you're talking about even be?
On GitHub.
Yeah.
Oh. So every game that's on Decentraland is on GitHub?
No, but if we want
if you wanted people to
deploy it, you
just post it on GitHub.
Yeah, even the submission process for the game jam, they say, "Oh, we can deploy it for you,
but you have to give us a source code.
You just have to send us a source code."
Gotcha.
By the way.
Yeah, man, you want everything to be as convenient and efficient and easy as possible.
Yeah.
That's the goal of life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So creators, whenever they submit their creations to this platform, they'll upload the source code as well. Or just link, to
like us landowners, man. We're just investors, man. We're
you guys
speculators.
Got the monies.
We got the monies, but we don't got the brains.
So let's be clear. So for others to deploy their game, let's say it's a game or another meta, they would have to give us access to their source code in order to have this functionality.
Yep, correct.
Okay.
Like the egg, mystery egg was uploaded, and we see the source code, so we know what it's gonna do, but nobody else knows.
Okay. So where does the source code get uploaded to directly? Is it your backend?
No, it's actually gonna be like they're just gonna give us a link to their code. So just like DCL,
Okay.
Decentraland does it for their Game Jam submission, you can just submit that same exact preview of the scene and the link to the source code
Mm-hmm.
to our creator, our platform.
So that means
So you can go to the I guess we'll demonstrate for landowners how to deploy stuff, and now we'll demonstrate for creators how to add a new creation to the metas.
Okay, yeah, that's a good idea.
So we want to add a meta.
Mm-hmm.
So add a meta there's a button on the top right here. Click on that.
Ooh.
It says submit your game or interactive scene you would like to make money from by giving landowners an opportunity to have your unique creation on their land. Quickly get up and running monetizing your creations by filling out this form. It's a preview link. It's a meta title, a brief one-liner and description, and then submit it by clicking on this review my creation.
And what's the preview link?
So the preview link is the now testing preview deployment that Decentraland recommends.
Is that like where it's just like desolate nothingness and
Yeah.
then just your game
Correct.
in the middle of it?
Yep, exactly.
Gotcha.
Which is what we have to do for the Game Jam.
Yeah. Okay.
And so that's what I'm expecting is that people will post their preview link for all of us to click on so we can see their submission.
At the Game Jam.
Yep.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And instead they can also add it here. So now they can monetize that property or that asset, I guess.
Mhm.
So the creator
That
who is adding their creation to this meta app store, they can set the prices to their creation.
Yeah, you can go into the edit mode for the block runner. Yeah, and then you can talk about the monetizing, the split.
So here I clicked on block runner as one of the metas, and then I hit edit meta or view meta. So then here it's live, under review, decline, coming soon, or unpublished.
That's I guess most of this is going to be for us as administrators of this platform, but these are the settings that that we'll adjust. That's gonna, and then we'll unlock some of these settings for the owner themselves to modify.
Yeah, and
The
here,
creator themselves to modify.
Here I can edit the cost of hosting this game, 3,000, 10,000, whatever it's going to be.
Yeah, whatever the creator wants, and whatever we kind of recommend as well. I mean, maybe we don't recommend anything because maybe they just price it themselves.
Yeah.
Based on whatever all the other assets on
And
all the other metas.
The daily pie, all this stuff is something that we set up for our game. Someone else might have different ideas of their pot mechanics.
Or just free. Could be
or
zero.
Free could be zero. I mean, not every deployment, not every creation is going to have a pot mechanic.
Yeah.
And so
that's what those options on the bottom are for.
Yeah. So I want to have a daily leader, all-time leader, pot daily, and pot monthly. So these are all APIs that they can deploy for any other purpose.
Yep. You can later on we'll have a documentations tab screen, and you'll be able to see the docs for all of our APIs that so our leaderboards, it's directly tied into this platform. So how can we demonstrate? If you go to your account and go to history, you can see your play history.
Could I possibly submit my little ghost into here?
Yeah. You
That'd
could.
be a pretty hilarious test.
Yeah.
How hard is that to do?
These are all the game sessions that Will's account took. Right.
So this is everybody.
Did you go to your account history?
No, I went to.
Yeah, so this is our administrator view of what we'll see for all the histories, so we can manage.
So this is all mine.
Yep, that's all your history. Yeah, and we'll add more information for every player, because this is we since we originally only had one game, like we didn't think, like if we did have a metrics at the top, like how would you do metrics for every single game? So we'll have to like figure out where we're gonna place all that stuff.
Yeah.
But eventually it'll just be like a dashboard of all the games that you've recently been playing in and which ones you're about to earn some mana because you got first on the daily leaderboard and how many tickets you have for the raffle for the monthly tournament for each game that has that API enabled.
Yeah.
So it'll be super cool for players as well. So this is a platform for players,
Players,
creators,
landowners,
and owners. Yeah.
Does it show the total mana anywhere, or like monthly or something?
Yeah, for the landowners, we will eventually have that displayed in their metrics.
So
Yeah.
you would go to zones, and you have the 2 zones. You want to see the metrics for the 2x2. You click on that,
Yeah.
and then you can see here that the daily pot is at 9, monthly pot is at 597.
Yeah, like imagine you have like 6 of them, and you want to cut one, just because you want to make
More
Fun.
room for another
something.
Yeah,
meta.
eventually we'll have some other button that shows more deeper metrics per meta.
Yeah, but ideally you want to find like the weakest performing one, right, and then cut it. So yeah, it'll have all the stats and like all that.
Yeah.
So you can determine. Which
And
one to cut.
it'll be because if you cut it, I mean, you already bought it, so we got to figure out like how we're gonna like manage your inventory of unused metas and used
Basically,
metas.
it's purchased metas, and then there's like a list of deployed metas and undeployed metas.
Yeah, we could do
So
that.
that way you still maintain ownership of the ones that you bought, but they may not necessarily be deployed.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it. So you can choose from your inventory. Yeah, you can buy some ahead of time before you even have a property,
Yeah.
I guess.
Really?
I mean,
I mean, you could, but like
technically we could,
Yeah.
but right now, when that gets added to the features list. Yeah, and eventually, like this, the eggs won't have these two,
Yeah, you don't. There's
So-
no daily pot or monthly pot for eggs.
but we'll have to like figure out how we can add more visuals or other squares with information for different types of metas.
Okay, makes sense.
So yeah, this is like the version 1.0 of the Decentraland App Store.
I wouldn't call it that. Well, I mean, yeah. What should we call this?
Well, that's why we came up with MetaZone, because these are metas and we help zones, landowners.
Yeah.
So how come this egg is not showing its metadata?
I mean, you deleted it, right? Oh, is that the brand new egg?
That's the brand new egg.
Yeah, by default it has no metadata, so you can just copy in the other one. We'll make a default placement. Yeah, it should be the 8x8.
So that little tiny small square in the middle represents the egg, right? Is that like to correct dimension as far as like the spacing of the egg and the spacing of the parcel? Like that's
It's those bounds are what. So if you change the bounds, technically the egg should resize, but
What
we don't have that yet.
the bounds is what's underneath it, right? The third line of text are the bounds.
Yeah.
Width
Yeah.
1, height 1, depth 1.
So it's like a
that-
cube,
It's a cube egg.
So that's kind of like the
the box that.
critical box around the egg or
Yeah.
something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Yeah, we could make that cube
Hit
colli-
box.
the
Hit
co-
box. Yeah.
the collision box, so you don't walk through it.
Something. Yeah. Good, right? Like if you were designing like a game.
And also, it
Mm.
could resize based on that bounds. But right now, we haven't tied it to that.
Yeah. I'm just
functionality.
wondering, like,
But eventually, we could do that.
like you could literally have so much.
But the really cool thing is that that piece of information gets sent to the scene, so developers can take that information and do whatever they want with it. So if you want to resize the egg, then you just tie it to the size of the egg, and now the bounds changes the size of the egg. If you wanted to do some other stuff, then that information on the platform will do some other stuff. So the options are pretty limitless.
Mm-hmm.
So what are your predictions, man? Is Decentraland gonna like raise hell over this or what?
I don't know. So that's a good debate that's kind of going on in the Discord of Decentraland. That what is Decentraland's role in this open source
Yeah.
or this this virtual world.
Because after looking at this, I mean, it's essentially it's a builder too. It's not just a marketplace, but those little squares are so like custom. You can customize it just like you could a builder scene, right?
Right. But in this case,
But
it's
this is like
This is a
community
creator.
contributed content, not something Decentraland decided. Like
Correct.
this is our content. You can only use this. Blah blah blah. This is like everybody's contribution.
Yeah.
It's
That's the difference.
It's our contribution to the community in a sense as
Yeah.
well.
Well,
Yeah.
us by making it, yeah.
Yeah.
But ultimately, it's just another tool for landowners to
Yeah.
finally put some shit on their land.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We're,
You know what I
we're
mean?
helping speed up the process, basically.
Well, and
Yeah.
not only that, I mean, the stuff that we created is for landowners to make money. So
course,
far, everything else we've seen doesn't make anybody else any money.
Yeah, and we don't know how long it's gonna take for.
Yeah.
And the whole idea of like renting out your property, this kind of like cuts
Cuts into that.
yeah, it like eliminates the need to rent out your property.
Yeah, because if you're a landowner, typically you would otherwise rent it out to other people who need land.
Yeah,
But in this case, you would go and download this app and just deploy whatever you find on there that you think is going to make you money.
yeah,
I mean,
So-
if we're in this to have an ROI, I mean, why did you buy land that some people have paid $25,000 for? I mean, you're going to figure out a way to monetize that thing.
yeah,
I mean, otherwise you're going to wait a couple of years to sell that land for $30,000, which, yeah, it's a gain, but you know, how much did you really gain,
yeah,
right?
yeah. But yeah, I don't think Decentraland's gonna get that mad.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't think they'll get mad. The only wonder that I had was if they were planning on doing this eventually as well. But
Yeah.
ours is different. I mean, even if they had their own marketplace, which the community doesn't necessarily think they should, for many reasons. You know, this should be community driven, and if we rely on them to produce every single thing that everybody needs,
Mm-hmm.
then we're going to be waiting around forever. So that's why we kind of jumped in there and
Yeah, started creating it ourselves.
created this platform.
So
I was going to say something.
where does the mana go? Like, you have to like, if I was a landowner and then I buy a meta, I have to like open a new wallet or something like that and connect it to this meta or something. Like, how do I generate my own revenue? You know what I mean?
Yeah, in your account, you can go to your profile, and you'll see an Ethereum address input field. So you just add your
address.
Yeah, your public address, and we'll deposit funds to that address.
Oh, cool. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, man, everything's there.
Mm-hmm.
Only thing we're missing now is content.
Yeah.
Yeah,
People
we
to
still
submit.
we still like the buy process. Like we still something will pop up that asks you to actually pay. Right now, everything's basically free, so that's why we're gonna add in those last few things probably before this video goes out.
Yeah.
So MetaMask will pop down and say, "Do you want to pay that 3,000 mana?" And you'll just click yes, and then you're done.
Mhm.
Like instead of it just refreshing
Yeah.
and being already there.
So you're saying somebody could download this app right now and deploy everything anywhere they want?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What? What do you mean?
You should You should show the zones and like let's put in an address into that input field at the top.
Oh, okay. Well, this is an address, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's probably one that you probably used in the past.
Yeah, so let's use this.
So somebody's because ours is already listed on there.
Oh, so this is okay. Yeah, this is ours.
Yeah, that one's ours. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you can click it if it is ours.
But you're trying to see someone else's who has like way more zones or something?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. How are we gonna get their address though?
It's available on the marketplace. Like
Oh yeah, that's right. Everybody's
Yeah.
stuff's
Yeah.
out there. Yeah.
So we can go to the marketplace and then randomly find a property, and hopefully it has more than one property on it.
Let's go find Maddie's.
Oh yeah, we can do Maddie. That's a good example.
Let's find anything with DCL Blogger on it.
Yeah, because now Maddie has to readjust his thinking. Like maybe he doesn't want to sell all of his properties, and now he can monetize all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Get an ROI, in a different way.
Oh, you said the game jam started at midnight our time though, but it's not our time, right?
It's not.
Okay. It's probably somebody else, some other time zone.
Yeah, the beginning of it.
So when are we going to submit? We don't know yet.
Well, yeah, and I've been working on this platform the whole time. I haven't done any game ideas development.
Oh, okay.
We can just go to ours, like I guess on the map. You can go to and then go to our location, and then all of the properties around it are supposedly still Maddie's.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh, I thought he sold them all.
Did he? I don't know. Even then, you can still find his old address in the list of transactions.
I mean, he's got property everywhere, dude. It's kind of hard to find, yeah.
So this has to be his.
Perhaps.
No, that's definitely not his.
Let's see if I can find it. But yeah, every time you click on, like at the top, there's that address in the URL.
And if anybody watching this has like no idea what the fuck we're doing right now, this is Decentraland's land marketplace, essentially. This map shows every little plot of land that's for sale. Everything that's highlighted basically is for sale. Everything that's grayed out is already sold. So I guess we're looking through this marketplace to try and find somebody's address that we can.
This must be it, right?
I don't know, but it looks good enough.
Yeah, we can really look at anybody's, but yeah, we don't want to step on anybody's toes that we don't know.
Yeah,
I mean,
put their shit out there on blast. Yeah, I guess you're right.
Which doesn't matter because
we didn't even ask Maddie either, though.
Most of these properties people are selling.
True.
Is that?
Yeah, man. Look at
that's a lot.
Yeah, it's a.
Yeah, what the?
Okay, so this is you already copied his address, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Anyways, just click on any one of those, and the point is.
Oh yeah, that is him. DCLblogger.com. That's him.
Cool.
Jesus Christ, Maddie, dude, what the hell? We have so much fucking land.
So now, we can jump into that land and see what's on that property, or we can click buy meta and deploy. Not deploy, because we're gonna need owners to sign a message to verify that it is them.
So even if he went to this link and tried to deploy the block runner,
yeah, nothing would happen.
Nothing would happen.
Yeah, because we still need his information for us to be able to. He still needs to give us access to deploy to his properties. So that's the last step that we'll do, like a demonstration.
And how does he do that again?
Just like
through DCL, right?
Yeah, just like I don't know if we showed it in our podcast, but whenever we launched, Iman gave me access to deploy. Yeah. So all you do is go to your account.
Yeah, there's like an option there.
Yeah, go to your estate. It's then
like, give permission, and then enter your address, right?
And then we'll provide our address.
Okay.
That we're gonna use to deploy stuff.
Okay. Yeah. All the checks are in place, dude. It all works out.
Yeah. The problem is we're not gonna have it automated. We need DCL's
that's the
help
one step, right?
To assist in the automation process of deployment, because one of us is gonna have to every time a new
request,
new zone is added to our platform, and they choose something to deploy, then we'll have to manually deploy it onto that. Just like I do that really easily every time to our 1x1 and our 2x2.
Yeah.
All right, so we're on Maddie's land here.
So yeah, it looks like there's a bunch of nothing.
Yeah.
Right where you're standing. So yeah, it's a good plot for
a game or something.
Yeah, and I guess what Maddie can do is just jump into every plot of lands and his places and see which one looks like the most popular zone, and then deploy to that property.
Yeah, it's probably going to be somewhere where there's a lot of foot traffic, like something that's popular.
Yeah, exactly.
What is that?
Or near a road, that'll be another
See, I'm gonna
good
predict.
area.
I'm gonna predict there's gonna be a day where we walk into Decentraland and pretty much everything is gonna be interactive, and there's gonna be everything that's gonna be like mana based cost transactions,
If MetaZone does its job, then I think you're gonna be right.
and there's gonna be a lot more custom creations than like these standard trees and stuff and benches.
Essentially, it's supposed to mimic like real life, right? I mean, if you go walk out your door,
Yeah, there's
the only
nothing.
shit, nothing's free in this world.
Yeah,
Only shit that's free is like even where you live is not free, but you don't have to pay $10 every time you walk through your front door. Well, actually, you kind of are, but like not up front. You know what I mean?
yeah.
There'll be like public parks, I guess, like the DCL plazas or like the public space. But yeah, like just like if you walk down to any shopping center anywhere, if you could do anything anywhere, you got to pay some money.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think you're right. Eventually, this virtual world is going to mimic reality as best as it can. Only thing that's going to be different is like the physics. It's going to be like it's going to be freestyling. Hopefully, everything will look crazy.
I think there's going to be ads everywhere. I think there's going to be like ads to be like, click here to teleport and play the block runner.
That's what. Yeah,
And
for sure.
and then there's going to be like, people are going to post like leaderboards of the block runner just on their piece of land, just so they can just
What, flex?
flex. Yeah.
It's like I'm number one, bitch.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, just like we have the image upload. I mean, eventually we'll have an image uploader for screenshots of properties. That image uploader could.
Well, we got to be careful with image uploading, just because people could upload any image that they want.
Well, yeah, we can have a vetting process. Like it'll just not be visible until
Maybe we can hook it up with like Google AI or something where they can
check if it has boobs.
or anything.
We want boobs. What are you talking about? Send me your boobs.
But I was going to say that just like you mentioned, the ads everywhere. Like
Yeah.
we can have an ad meta.
Yeah,
and then
for sure.
You upload an image along with with your deployment.
Mm-hmm.
Or whenever you purchase the meta, you can add whatever image you want.
I think I saw somebody working on something similar on Discord. So I mean that wouldn't be too hard. It's basically a square with an image on it.
Yeah, no, ads are definitely super easy, but yeah, making it a platform where an owner can deploy an ad at will, that's
That's different. Yeah.
That changes things. And it's an image selected by an owner anyways, so
Right.
we don't have to do that much vetting.
Well, that owner could be nefarious. That's the thing. They could be like, I want to display, severed heads,
Yeah, true.
which some people it's okay, but
Yeah,
I would imagine most people are not okay with
It
that.
would be like insta-ban to
Mm-hmm.
to our marketplace. I guess the App Store.
Dude, that's
Yes.
a lot of ethical stuff that we got to deal with too.
Meta Store.
So you're saying we're gonna have to create the rules, like what's cool, what's not.
I mean, let's just put it this way: anything that's not illegal.
I mean, we could do what DCL does, which is like that flagging process, which is a lot of what the online internet uses anyway. So as soon as somebody flags it, it can go hidden.
But if you look at the Apple's App Store, they manually check every single
Yeah, that's what I
submission.
mean. Like it'll get flagged, and then administrators will look at it.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Or you can do like.
But Apple looks at every submission.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's the walled garden.
Yeah.
We don't want to go at that level.
Yeah,
At
maybe we
least-
don't need to.
Maybe in the beginning we do. I mean, obviously.
Yeah,
we
it's
will.
not like we're gonna get like 1,000 submissions a minute or anything. Like
Yeah.
we could sit there and look at one and be like, yeah, this is cool. Like I said, yeah, if it's like,
But if it's like some mini game about like molesting children,
of course,
I mean,
that's a big negative, sir. That's a no for me, dog. Like hell no, you're not getting in,
That takes a lot of development time, so I don't think anybody.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
dude. You underestimate trolls, man. Like someone would definitely do something like that. Like if they thought they can get it through the platform and like get it deployed,
yeah.
I guarantee you somebody would do something like that just to like fuck with everybody. Some people
It's
want to
like-
just see the world
It
burn.
would be like 15,
It's possible.
15 minutes of shame because instead of fame, because he's just gonna be automatically hidden.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as 3 flags go, like.
You think
go
there
through
should
the
be some
system.
type of like a content creator rating system so people can have reputation scores?
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I never,
You know what I
even, never even thought about like star system, like
Something, right?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
being like
That way,
or
like
filtering what good apps there are out there.
you see
Good
the
metas.
meta that's created, and you see like who made it.
Yeah,
And not only that, like the creations that creators make that get deployed by owners, those owners might find bugs, and it's up to the creator to fix those bugs. Like we can't do
True.
anything about it.
true.
True. Like we don't know what the fuck this
So
is.
Yeah, what the
so
code
if the
does.
guy you purchase this apartment, you deploy it, there's glitches in that
It's
apartment.
kind of like Fiverr, right? Have you ever used Fiverr?
I've never used Fiverr, but I know what
You
you're
ever
talking
used
about.
Fiverr? It's like if you wanted somebody to design a logo for you,
Yeah.
or maybe like build a website for you or something like that. Yeah, like you pay them some money, they do it, and then you get it. But you could still make adjustments later on down the road.
Yeah.
by
know what I mean?
paying them more. Or what?
Well, yeah, you would have to. In this case, you would have to because
In this case,
you would assume that the person purchasing these metas doesn't
maybe-
know how to code.
Maybe
well,
you
so what happens is the rating system. So
Yeah.
the owner
Oh, yeah.
rates it 1
Well, that's
star.
what I'm saying.
exactly.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
So you can leave it up to the
It's
the
ins-
developer
to-
whether or not he wants to charge more for like extra service. Maybe he doesn't want to charge because he wants that higher rating, right?
right.
He's like, yeah, I'll help you out, bro. You know,
Well,
I mean,
and then
if
he
you
gets-
change your 1 star to a 5 star, I'll definitely do what you need.
Yeah.
Because nobody's gonna deploy your 1 star.
Yeah, your
meta.
1-star thing.
yeah,
why
if,
would
you-
they
if you're a
gamble?
developer with 1 star, yeah, that means you got horrible
Yeah,
customer service. I
That's
guess
right.
development skills.
that too.
Yeah.
That too.
No, that
So
does
now-
need to be implemented, but that's not like critical.
No, we'll
No,
we'll
not
do
yet.
the vetting in the beginning, and that's why we have the statuses. So that's why there's a couple different
Yeah.
metas on our list already that are at a different status level. So one's under review, another one is live, or
Yeah.
Block Runner's live, and other stuff is coming soon. Stuff that we're going to deploy to the game jam.
Basically, that's how we communicate with the creators that it's under review or
Yep.
something's live.
Exactly.
Okay. So we're in about an hour and a half. Anything else that we want to show?
Damn, we're serious?
Yeah.
God damn.
Time flew by.
Yeah.
It really did.
So
You
we
sh-
talked about the app.
You showed the whole website. Was there anything else from the website that
I don't think so.
the FAQ is going to be filled out more and more?
Yeah, we can go to home.
Yeah, go. Yeah.
And the only thing that this website doesn't have is like all the animation stuff. But yeah, we got the facts here. Questions that we've seen before.
Yeah, and we'll add more.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it.
So that's it for the app side. As far as games go,
I don't know if we want to talk about that yet,
okay.
like these specific games, but we've sort of teased them already.
Yeah, they're on this list.
They're on the list, so
Like a description of each one.
yeah. Well, it's not a description; it's just like the name.
The name.
Yeah.
Well, if you click on it, it is a deeper description.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
And a lot of games, the name like really tells you what's going on. Almost.
I don't know, man.
Like graffiti wall.
You-
That's pretty self-explanatory.
I don't think so. I don't think
No?
they'll. No, I don't think. I don't think they'll figure that out.
Yeah, we have different unique twists on what it obviously looks like that hopefully make it more enjoyable.
Yeah. No, I'm just looking forward to having more content on.
I guess the only thing that's gonna
Tell me what block hole means.
block hole. It sounds dirty already. I don't know, man. Well, I do know, but
you're right.
I'm biased.
Just
obviously.
by the name, you can't know what that is.
Not with block hole. I mean, it's black hole. Hopefully, you make that correlation. Some type of something's going on here.
And not all the games that we're working on are on this list, by the way.
Yeah, and I don't know if we want to ask the community for assistance. I don't know.
Well, we are getting assistance on one game, right?
Yeah, but I'm talking about not for the game jam necessarily, but for this
Oh, for feedback and all that.
Well, feedback and like I don't know.
Testing.
Eventually, we'll need some more developers to join in the bandwagon.
Mm-hmm.
But that'll be
for sure.
interesting.
I think we got to get it to a point to where we can deploy it and have people use it, and then we can start bringing on people to.
You know what you could do is look at the egg. Click on the egg, and then you can talk about. For creators.
The split.
Or how have we decided on? So, whenever an owner pays for a meta, like
it should be like the App Store, 70-30.
Yeah, our platform is going to take 30%.
Yeah,
and the creator is going to get 70%.
Yep.
So
that's like the upfront transaction. Like cost to own this meta.
Yeah. So if you create like an apartment, like a 1x1 housing facility, you can sell that for 10,000 mana.
Yeah.
And so you would take 70% of that, so 7,000 mana, and the platform would take 3,000 mana.
So basically, creators can price it at what amount of money they want to take home.
Mm-hmm. So but if it's some type of revenue generating content, then that's all divvied up between.
So it depends on the game. Really, it depends on the mechanics.
But could you adjust it however you want? Like if you're the
So if somebody creates some game with a different mechanic than ours, will they have the ability to adjust? Like,
it depends on our API. Like
maybe there'll be like negotiations, right, between the landowners and the dev. Maybe. Oh no.
No, it's definitely going to be the same across. Like a creator is not going to adjust it based on location, so it's going to be the same. Just like our block runner, like it has to be. The amount of money that we charge has to be the same as
across
what everybody else charges.
Yeah, it's true.
Otherwise, you can undercut everybody because you don't mind charging 1 mana in your property.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
Which doesn't really help, the pot size. And
plus, I mean, if you have a land close to downtown, I mean, you have an advantage over everybody, right? Because you're closer to downtown, you get more walk-bys, so you just have that advantage, even though it costs the same.
Yeah.
So there's an incentive for you to deploy the block runner there.
Yeah, you're going to get the majority of the traffic.
Right.
I would think.
Yeah.
Something like that,
Yeah, there's definitely a lot to go over in the future.
Yeah, a lot of this stuff can't be solved by the three of us.
We'll actually be like, how we always talked about making videos of stuff that you find in Decentraland? Well, now all that stuff is going to be right in our faces.
Yeah, it's going to come to us.
So you could make videos about new metas that have just been added to our platform.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, dude!
Yeah.
I'm totally gonna do. I just
review.
told Will, I set up everything in my house today. I got my webcam ready. I got my second monitor ready to go. I got my little dick mic. I got everything. I'm ready to fucking start making review videos. I guess is what you would call them. Not a review.
Yeah, it's like
you don't want to like.
Not an announcement.
It's not up to me to determine whether or not. I just want to play.
Yeah.
I just want to experience everything as much as I can. You know what I mean?
Have you gotten access to it, the beta yet? Dude, you
I haven't even asked, honestly.
Yeah, you gotta.
It's not gonna just magically show up in my lap. I need to ask Toonpunk, right?
Yeah.
Be like, hey, bro, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You left me.
Well, yeah, and Will should put in a good word.
A good word.
Like I vouch for this guy. He's a solid man. Hell yeah, man. But I'm not going to do that yet.
So,
it's got to be open.
So what do we want to do for the Game Jam? Are we going to deploy this app for Game Jam? Or?
Well, I mean,
here's the thing.
Think so.
Here's the thing. I think we should, for all the deployments that we have, or all our submissions, we should have like a little QR code that links back.
Oh, yeah. It's going to have all the good content that leads back to our system. I even want to put in a screenshot of the mobile app.
Oh, yeah.
In demonstration mode.
Like put it on a phone, too.
Like different screens.
Like within the...
within the
submission?
whatever we submit. Okay. Just so they understand, because a lot of it is going to tie into the mobile app, so...
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
So we'll need that easy demonstration that this is not just a scene in Decentraland. This is connected to something.
We want to be clear that this submission is not scenes. Right, it is an ecosystem that everybody can use.
Yep,
that's our submission.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can add onto our platform. You can add a piece of furniture to it and sell it.
Exactly.
or a whole house.
Anything.
A house, anything, a plant,
Like
whatever.
you've already shown how small it is. Like that little egg
Yeah.
is like a little tiny blip on that whole parcel. You know. So
Yeah. It's a pixel.
just extrapolate. Exactly. So you can just keep adding more and more stuff, which is good. You know, because you're gonna have access to like a big pool of like hopefully awesome content. You know.
Yeah.
So the thing I was worried about is having like too much of this stuff, like the block runner game everywhere.
Yeah.
But maybe it won't be that big of a deal. Like a bunch of block runners, but they'll all be uniquely their own because they're gonna add in
Yeah.
like other shit, like,
Yeah.
right? Other static content or
Yeah. Once we get NFTs deployed as well, like you'll have the block runner game, but somebody will have their NFT, displayed like in their living room, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that's what's cool.
definitely
That's what I like about it.
doable as well. Yeah, and hopefully this inspires Decentraland.
the creators especially.
Because what Decentraland as a team should provide is tools for the community to take advantage of. So what we took advantage of, that they recently, if you go to zones, like that image is a part of their API. Like this image
Mhm.
is
Yeah.
retrieved just like their marketplace retrieves an image, and that's something that they provided out to the public to take advantage of and to utilize and
Basically,
upgrade
Decentraland
their
wants people to
capabilities.
use this API,
Mhm.
right? That's why it exists. That's why we create APIs. We want people to use them.
I guess we're one of the few people that have probably used this one specifically.
Yeah.
Maybe DCL Plazas too.
Yeah, I haven't checked it out. That's really good.
They have like their own
World.
little map
Yeah.
display, but it's the same thing, you know.
Yeah, and like he could like help us out by, like we can link to that map.
Yeah, for sure.
We can do a bunch of collabs.
Yeah, if you go to dclplazas.com, they have a cool little map where you can teleport to any of the famous locations of DCL.
Yeah, because we don't want to make our own competing map. Like that would just like defeat development time.
I think
Let's
Let's
join forces and
yeah, we don't need to
make each other's lives easier. So hopefully this also makes Decentraland's life easier, because now they don't have to necessarily do this if it's working.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Cool.
Very good.
All right. Well, I guess you'll be seeing more of us in the future.
Yeah, just like we always do. Like, we'll give little updates here and there on this. I'm sure it's going to keep changing.
Yeah.
Everything always does.
Yeah, and based on everybody's feedback, they can join the Discord. We're on there chit-chatting away.
Yeah. And I like the fact that we're kind of documenting this because it might be interesting, a year or two down the line.
We've pretty much documented everything. Like
For the last 6 months
yeah.
bull run.
Yeah.
We've been doing this for 6 months, man.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
podcasting thing.
We kind of that's true.
Yeah, we both thought about that.
We started at $3,000 Bitcoin,
Mm-hmm.
and we went all the way up to 14. Now it's down to 10.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
So
I wish we would have all dove in at 3,000.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Hindsight's a bitch, ain't it? Like, fucking A, dude. So, but at least we're doing this right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're not missing the boat on this one.
No, definitely not.
Exactly. If anything, we're building the boat.
Yeah,
The
we're
captains.
Or trying to, at least.
We're building that yacht,
Yeah.
We'll see.
that engine on the back of that boat.
So yeah, make sure you follow us. And for those listeners out there, if you want to see what we're talking about, go to youtube.com and find the Block Runner. And make sure you follow us on Twitter at the Block Runner. And we'll be posting links to the previews so that everybody can go visit. And you don't even have to have a beta access to visit these lands.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Really?
What's awesome.
Mhm.
So those people who just click on the link, they'll be able to see our creations and play
During the game jam.
during the game jam.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could go to one of our games.
Quick question.
Go to Metas, and then you'll see the preview button.
Yeah, quick question. It's got the Block Runner logo at the top left. Are we going to have to create a logo for this metaverse?
Yeah, we'll probably need to create that preview button.
Okay.
So these previews, again, you don't need a beta access account.
Yeah, and the cool thing is this preview uses an older SDK that has the low gravity.
Oh, nice.
So
The intended gravity that we wanted.
Take a look at
that they
it.
took away from us because we were.
Yeah, because we were like dominating. They're like we're giving them too much power. Let's just
These
cut away.
guys are doing too good too soon. So
Yeah.
let's cut the jump height.
Go ahead and give me a nice solid jump, Willis.
Hopefully it works
It's
because
still loading.
Oh shit! Never mind.
maybe it's behind you or something like that.
Oh, I don't think there's like a character in this, is there? Like an avatar to jump around with?
No, there is. Yeah, you behave just like a.
Oh yeah.
Try refreshing it. Let me make sure it's the right link. Yeah, it is. So this is our 1x1.
Oh yeah.
So a landowner can doesn't need the beta access to check out this demonstration of the block runner.
It's just interesting seeing these games, these deployments within Decentraland, because you really get a good perspective as to like what's going on within the world.
Yeah, true.
I don't know. We're not seeing.
Yeah, and we
anything.
don't know what's going on in the world now.
Yeah.
But yeah, it could be because they pushed out a new SDK. Maybe that's this one uses an older one, so they're like, "Yay, these guys found out a way to use the low gravity. Let's not have that." No, I'm sure there's some.
Yeah, I don't think that had anything to do with it.
Yeah, I'm sure it's just a bug.
Yeah.
But you can jump pretty high, dude. This is like,
Yeah, that's the ideal.
Dude,
one.
no, that was a jump?
yeah.
No way. It used to be that high? Wow. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, we'll fix it whenever, and we'll provide all the right links in the description of the YouTube and podcast.
All right, cool. So, anything else? I think,
No, just get involved.
yeah, look out for our links, our preview links, because we're going to be showing off new games.
Oh yeah, and if anybody wants to submit under our,
Oh, yeah, make sure if any developers listening to this, watching this, make sure you use our link, because any submissions that you use will get you 200 mana. And so,
yeah, automatically
yeah, that's it. You submit it, automatically you get 200 mana.
this is something that Decentraland provided, not
Yeah,
us.
yeah. September 16th all the way to September 30th. So you got 2 weeks to submit something.
250 grand at stake.
Yeah, and go
Can't
ahead.
forget about that.
350 grand mana.
What?
350,000 mana.
Nah, dude. I thought it said $250,000.
No, it's 350.
They
No,
changed it or what?
Go to Decentraland's main site, the homepage.
No. It's the first place is 350,000 mana. Altogether,
Oh,
Yeah.
altogether, it's like, I think
It's like
roughly
around
250,000
Yeah.
That's what it says.
US dollars.
Yeah. Yeah. Cash money. But not really. It's more like cryptocurrency. But
Even
also,
better. Even better than fiat.
Also land. They're handing out tons of land.
Yeah.
The incentives there, pretty much is what I'm saying. There's tons of good reward at stake. You know?
Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting to see all the... Because visually we can't compete. Like, we can make cool interactions.
There it is.
Win over $250,000.
Submit your creative scenes, blah, blah, blah.
So 200 lands.
Jeez.
So 2.5 million mana plus 200 lands, equivalent to roughly $275,000 in USD in prizes. So first place is 350,000 mana.
Plus land. It doesn't specify how much land, but I'm assuming
Yeah, that's where the
pretty
rest of
good
the...
chunks.
Where the amount of... The total amount kind of comes in. Because of the minimum... Cheapest land right now is like 10,000 mana. So... But it goes all the way up, so...
10,000 mana? How much is it? I don't think... Is it?
So the amount of lands
Yeah,
that they're
you're
going
right.
to give
You're right.
away...
You guys notice
kinda
this,
adds
right?
up.
What?
Rewards above 50,000 mana are subject to an irrevocable 6-month vesting schedule.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine with us.
Which means that, let's say you win first place,
Yeah.
it takes 6 months of vesting before you actually receive 350,000 mana. So basically, it's payments in 6 months.
It could be in chunks, like...
Why are they doing
1/6
that?
every single month?
Just so you don't dump the mana as soon as you get it.
Yeah, I guess
'Cause
with
it-
mana, there's not much volume going on in mana.
It's a good chunk of mana.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
And plus, I don't know if it looks bad, but it might look bad. It's like as soon as you win, you like dump it all. Like let me get rid of this. You know, like that doesn't look good
Yeah. But at the same time, developers got to eat.
for sure.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But yeah. Anyways,
But yeah, that was it. All right, thank you guys for listening.
peace out.